Hello, welcome to March 16th, 2023. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily Good Life meditation video. This video is an exercise that I do each and every morning to remember my life objectives and principles, and to see how I did applying these to the challenges and opportunities of the last 24 hours. I also use this time to plan for the day ahead, to look at the challenges and opportunities that I might encounter in the next 24 hours and think about how I might react to them ahead of time, how I might use my principles in pursuit of my objectives. So let's begin. First, last night, slept pretty good most of the night, and then I was back to my usual tricks around 3 a.m., waking up an hour before the alarm to just mull over issues, problems, and work anxieties. Mostly work. It's funny to be thinking about problems that really that aren't there. Hold on just a second, I need to close the door. The dog barges in. Welcome. Yes, right? I don't want to wake my wife up. You want to come up? Come on. You want to come up here? Come on. Here he comes. Takes his spot. Good boy. Here you go. That's fine. You can sit like that. Good boy. So I was up thinking about problems that don't exist. I have a couple of things that are challenges, but I mean, I've got them in hand. So I don't need to worry about those. I don't know why I do, but I do. I've talked about this many times. So there was that. Yesterday was Wednesday. It was a really tough day. A lot of challenge. Just, in the red zone all day long. Started off very stressful, and I got ahead of the curve a little bit by mid-morning. And today's going to be exactly the same. Challenges? Can't think of any particular ones. Well, other than just wanting to run away from my problems. I tackled that challenge by telling myself no and facing my problems and having a very productive day. Yesterday was a really good day at work. In terms of productivity, I took on and managed a lot of challenges. So I guess that's a really good instance, and it's the main thing. But by the end of the day, when Yumiko and I took our walk in the evening, I was just wrung out. And I did go for a walk on the beach. I read. And I walked like an old man, limping with my lame leg. Okay, let's do the good life. My 7 life objectives, as outlined in my book, Going Alone, are: number 1, to always be ready to die. Number 2, to make good and effective use of my time. 3, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles. 4, to cultivate good emotional reactions. 5, to perform good actions. 6, to recognize my true limits and my true opportunity. And 7, to do just one thing at a time, and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully. Now for my 34 principles. These are the tools that I use to better achieve these objectives that I just laid out. The 34 principles are: war, reason, homunculus, anchor hold, home of good and evil, purpose, atomic principle, principle of nature, the pirate ride, maturity, the social principle, the principle of family, public speaking, temperance. Life will not go well. The horror show. That which must be born. That's the one I missed yesterday, one of the two that I missed. The Feast of Offal. Distraction. Agency and the great indifference. The best seat in the house. The restless man. The path of wildness. The great life adventure. The risk of avoiding risk. Sin and damnation. Complete oblivion. The season of philosophy. Script writing. The bullseye aim. Script writing, that's the other one I might have missed. The uphill climb. Arena and utility. Nothing is enough. And the principle of fun. I think I got them all that time, but I didn't take note or count, so. Oh man, I'm tired again. I can't even keep my eyes open. This has happened a couple of times. It's never happened at work, but it's happened outside of work. I'll sit down, close my eyes for just a second and wake up 5 minutes later, having gone through a deep sleep in 5 minutes. Just suddenly that shocking, alarming awakening as from like in panicking, not knowing where you are. Did 16 hours pass? It's only been 5 minutes. It's happened several times sitting in this chair. Okay, so I've completed the first two of three activities that I do in this video. I've talked about the past 24 hours. I've categorically enumerated the Good Life Creed. Now, all that remains is to think about the coming day. It's going to be a day of meetings, tough meetings. And what's trickiest is that I'm usually in charge of the meetings. I lead the meetings, so I have to have the agenda, run the meeting, and then prepare any minutes and action items afterwards. It's going to be a tough day, but I'm up to it. So I'll finish this, upload this, type out my words, read the Bible. I'm going to be reading Micah, the book of Micah today. I read the introduction yesterday, now I'll read the first chapter. I'm reading it in both the NIV and the King James edition simultaneously. I read them both at the same time. And then, the NIV has a nice introduction section. Then after that, I'll feed the dogs. Let the dogs out, of course, feed them in that order. And then I'll feed myself and prepare for my day and just execute this day. And maybe somewhere in there I'll slip in a 5-minute deep nap. I need it. And Trevor, if you're out there, wish you, if you see this, I wish you all the best. Ron, if you're out there, I wish you all the best for what's coming. And Parker, of course, good morning to you. That's it. With that, I say goodbye. Be safe but not too safe, and my life is done if not finished. Take care.